Hi, my name is Mike Shackelford, otherwise known as the Wizard of Odds. I'm here with my favorite dealer, Angela Wyman.
Hey.
And this is part 2 of my series on craps. You can watch part 1, which was all about the pass line and come bets, by clicking here. In this part 2, we're going to be talking about betting the numbers and the field bet. All right?
All right, I'm ready. All right, Mike, there's a whole section of this table that you haven't explained to me yet. What is the field?
Okay, the field bet, unlike every other bet we've talked about so far, is a bet that's resolved in just one roll every single time, no exceptions. It pays if the next roll is a 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, or 12, and it loses on all the other numbers. In addition, it pays 2 to 1 on a 2 and 3 to 1 on a 12 if you're playing at a generous casino. All the other wins pay even money, and again, all the other numbers lose. This is a very popular bet. It's right here, big in everyone's reach, so it's a frequently made bet. So the house advantage, if they pay 3 to 1 on the 12, is 2.78%, which is a lot better than a lot of the other bets. It's not the best of bets, it's not the worst. It's kind of in the middle. So I personally don't bet it, but I don't begrudge anyone else who does.
Okay.
So let's give it a try.
All right.
So I'm going to bet $10 on the field,
Okay.
and you can just throw it out there. You don't need to get the dealer's attention.
Okay. Thank you.
9 center field.
Okay, so
Okay, so-
9 pays even money. And much like betting the numbers, the dealer is going to assume, well, actually, because you can easily reach here, you can do whatever you want. Let's keep it going.
Okay.
9 center field.
Well, another 9. So I am feeling good, so I'm going to press my bets and let it ride.
Oh, I'll do the same.
Very good.
Six, no field 6.
All right.
Oh.
Well, so that's pretty much all there is to say about the field bet. Again, 2.78% house advantage if the 12 pays 3 to 1. Some of the stingier casinos in Vegas only pay 2 to 1 on the 12. That doubles the house advantage to 5.56%. My advice is, if you like betting the field, play at a casino that pays the full way, the 3 to 1 on the 12. As a little bit of trivia, they do it backwards up in northern Nevada. There they pay 3 to 1 on the 2 instead of the 12. But either way, as long as you're getting 3 to 1 on one or the other, you're in good shape on the field. And yeah, that's all there is to say about that.
Okay. I've heard people talking about place bets or buying a number or just take a number, and I don't understand what that means at all.
Okay, so craps, let me explain it. So craps players tend to be impatient people, and often they don't want to wait on a come bet for a point to be established. They want to bet on a number immediately,
Okay.
and you can do that in craps, and I'm going to tell you how. And it's called betting the numbers. And in my old craps video, you may have heard me refer to it as buy bets and place bets. But people don't really use that parlance anymore. Now, you just bet the numbers. You just tell the dealer what numbers you want to bet, and they will give you the correct odds if you win.
Okay.
Now, let me emphasize that it's really important to bet in the right increments on all these bets, because if you don't, and the dealer, you will get rounded down, and that will significantly increase the house advantage. A good dealer will warn you if you don't bet in the correct amounts, but not every dealer is a good dealer. And I will tell you, a good way to get the dealers on your side is to tip.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay. But
Frequently and often.
yes, yes. I have nothing against tipping, and
No, you don't. You're quite generous that way.
thank you. So let's talk about betting the 6 and the 8 first.
Okay.
Which has a nice low house advantage of 1.52%. And the way that works is it's a very simple bet. For example, betting a 6 is betting that a 6 will be rolled before a 7.
Okay.
Much like a pass sign or a come bet on the 6, except you're going right to that number immediately. And again, it pays 7 to 6 because it's more likely to roll a 7 than a 6. So they're rewarding you with getting paid more than even money. So mathematically speaking, again, the house advantage is 1.52%, which for a casino game is pretty low. It's not as good as the pass and the come bets at 1.41%. It's just a little bit higher. So I'm not going to bite anyone's head off if I see them make a place bet on the 6 or the 8.
All right.
Okay, so let's give it a try.
Okay.
So let's how about we bet on both of them?
Yes.
So $6 on each. So this is how we would say it. We would tell the dealer, I'll take the 6 and the 8 for $6 each.
Okay.
So Angela, we already have a pass sign bet, and the point was a 10, and we made place bets on the 6 or the 8.
Right.
So let's try to roll a 6 or an 8.
All right.
4 easy.
Okay, so nothing happens there because we didn't bet the 4.
Okay.
And
All right.
try again.
All right, for that 6 or 8. Thank you.
8 easy.
All right, you did it.
Dang, my number.
So you can see that the dealer paid you $7 because our $6 wins 7. And the way place bets work is the dealer assumes that you want to remake that bet. So he only pays you your winnings, and he assumes that you're going to let your original bet, leave it alone on the table. You can always say, take me down, which means give me my original bet back again. I don't want to bet it again. But most players, if a bet wins, they're going to bet it again. So you don't see that happening very often. So they just assume that you want to keep a winning bet going.
Okay.
So pick up your winning $7. And again, 6 or an 8 are the points.
All right.
6 easy.
All right, you just hit the 6, so we're going to get another $7 there. And we're still covered.
All right. Thank you.
Eight hard.
All right, you hit another one. It's your lucky day.
It is. I like this. I can just keep winning.
Yes, that's the great
I
thing
love
about
this
craps.
Out 7.
All right, well, that's the bad thing about craps. It's good until it's not.
Yeah.
And those 7s cause most bets to lose, but it has to happen eventually.
Okay. So how does betting the 5 and 9 work then?
It works much the same way as betting the 6 and the 8. The odds are different. Instead of paying 7 to 6 as you do on the 6 and the 8, it pays 7 to 5, which is more, but it's harder to win those bets. That's why it pays more. Mathematically speaking, the house advantage betting the 5 and the 9 is 4%, which is significantly higher than the 1.52% on the 6 and the 8. This is why you see a lot of people that only buy the 6 and the 8. So you should always bet in increments of $5 on those. Again, bet in increments of $6 on the 6 and the 8. Bet in $5 increments on the 5 and the 9. Just for the sake of covering everything, again, 4% house advantage on the 5 and the 9. I don't recommend it, but let's do it anyway for the sake of example.
All right.
So the way I might actually make the bet is I would put my bets here in the middle of the table and say to the dealer, I'd like the 5 and the 9, please.
No problem. 5 and 9, it's a bet.
All right. Same bet, please. 5
5
and
and
9.
9, it's a bet.
Thank you.
Okay, shooter, try to roll a 5
All
or 9.
right. All right.
Yo 11.
Okay, so nothing happens there.
Okay. I like these nothing happens rules. I get to practice.
Yes, it's free entertainment.
It is. All right, here we go.
9 center field.
Hey,
You did it.
Okay.
So much like last time, the dealer is only going to pay our winnings and assume we want to keep our original bet up. So so collect your $7 in winnings and try to get another 5 or 9.
All right.
5. No
Yeah.
field.
All right, You did it. So here's another $7 coming our way. And again, the magic numbers are 5 and 9.
10.
6, easy way.
Okay, nothing happens there.
Seven out.
Oh.
All right, well, all good things have to come to an end, but we had a good run there.
Yeah.
All right.
Free cocktails on me. Well, that just leaves the 4 and the 10. How do I play those?
Okay, the 4 and the 10 are a little bit more complicated. The way it works is they pay 2-to-1 odds if you win, but you must pay a 5% commission based on the bet amount. So 5% of $20 nicely works to $1. So you should always bet in increments of $20. However, there's an exception to that I'll get to later. But 20 is the magic number.
Okay.
Bet in increments of $20 on the 4 and the 10, and it'll pay 2-to-1 odds. So if you were to bet $20 exactly, your net win would be $39 because you would get 2 times 20, $40 on the win, but you would owe $1 commission, so you would get paid $39. And the way it actually works at the table is the dealer will give you the $40 and you give the dealer a single.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
All right, so let's do an example.
All right.
So I would like to, get out $40. And you would say something like, I would like to bet the 4 and the 10, please.
Certainly, 4 and 10.
And it's implied that you want to bet the same amount on each number.
Okay, thank you. I was going to ask.
Angela, you're the shooter.
All right.
4 and 10 are the magic numbers.
4 and 10 it is.
4, easy.
All right, that was quick. Okay, so I anticipate paying my commission already, so I'm just going to put it out here, and the dealer will know that I'm paying my 5% commission with that dollar, and he gives us the full 40.
I love this.
And much like betting all the other numbers, he assumes we want to keep that going, so he's only paying us the winnings, not the original bet back. So we don't need to bother betting it again.
Okay.
All right, again, 4 and 10 shooter.
All right.
10, hard 10.
You did it again. What are the odds?
You would know.
All right, so get your
Yes.
commission out there so the dealer doesn't have to bother asking.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going.
All right. Thank you.
5, no field.
So nothing happens there.
No roll.
No roll.
No good in the wood.
Aww.
Yes, it must land in the table to count.
Try that one again.
10, easy.
You hit the 10 again.
Okay.
So that's another $39 our way. So we paid our commission and you're good to go.
All right. Thank you.
Out 7.
All right.
No 9.
Well, like I said before, it had to end eventually, but we had a great run there.
Yeah. Thank you for explaining that part, Mike.
My
but
pleasure.
There's always an exception. And you mentioned that there's an exception about betting 25?
Right. So the general rule is you want to bet in increments of $20 on the 4 and the 10. However, there's a little not so well-kept secret that if you bet exactly $25, normally a 1% commission, a 5% commission on that would be $1.25, but the dealers will nicely round that down to just $1. So you can bet $25, it'll pay the full $50 if you win, and you'll still only owe $1 commission. Really, you should owe $1.25, but they're nice and make it just $1. So,
Okay.
and that lowers the house advantage from 1.67% if you bet in increments of 20 to 1.33% on exactly a bet of 25 on the 4 or 10.
Okay. I understand now, so thank you. I really appreciate you explaining to me the field and how to place the number bets. You realize there's still half a table that I don't understand. There's the horn bets and all these other numbers, and can you explain those too?
I would be happy to. The only thing we have left to cover is everything in the middle of the table here. I will tell you real quickly right now, they're all sucker bets. You should stay away from them, but I still want to go in detail what they are anyway, just because I'm sure you're curious, and I will do that all in part 3 of my craps videos. And again, if any of this you didn't understand, it's all on my website, wizardofodds.com.